Ranking up can be really difficult in this season, so today I'm going to show you how to break it up into simple steps to show you how to rank up easily. Everyone is racing towards gold, diamond and especially unreal because this season doesn't wait for anyone. Tournaments are launching rapidly, victory cups are happening weekly, so if you actually want to compete, make money and be ready for everything Chapter 7 throws at you, you can't afford to fall behind. But before we get into it, let me just thank you for clicking on this video. It means a lot, and you're gonna want to watch to the end of the video because the strategy I use is the best for ranking up. First of all, we need to talk about how ranked actually works in this chapter, because while this chapter might feel similar to chapter 6 on the surface, these tiny adjustments Epic has made completely reshaped how you approach every single match if you want to climb the fastest in ranking up in this season. So in this season, the placement matters more than ever in both Battle Royale and Zero Build and in Reload, placing inside the top 30%. Now that gives you more progression than in the previous seasons compared to before, and finishing in the top 5% gives you a bigger bonus that can jump your rank way faster than anything else in the game. That means that the system is now heavily rewarding people who do smart plays instead of reckless and W keying. But on the other hand, there is players in teams who can finish in the bottom 40%, but they do lose slightly more rank than before. But that also creates a different ranked environment from what most players are used to. So if you are someone that is good at the game and they die off spawn a lot, you're gonna feel the punishment more than ever, because if you die off spawn, you are going to be like ranking down by quite a lot. And the thing is, it is Fortnite with the system leaning harder into placement and consistency. You can't afford to throw away games just because you will take an unnecessary fight or land in a contested building for no reason and die of spawn. So there is a way to do that. So you basically have to just play for placement. You need to try and stay alive, because you need to think more like a competitive player instead of someone casually jumping into any lobby. And to give you real experiences, I've already played multiple ranked matches myself this chapter, and yes, you do get placed pretty low at the start. I personally got bronze 3, and I know a ton of you probably have the exact same experience. I got a win as well, but still I didn't rank up as well. So yeah, so if you hop into your first match and you dominate, maybe you get a double-digit kill game and a high placement, and the game still drops you into bronze. That's because Epic completely, when I mean completely, they really did reset the entire ranked ladder and gave every player a clean slate, regardless of how well you performed last season. Yeah, so everyone starts low this time. And even though it might feel a bit weird to you guys right now, I think it's actually a good thing for grinding, because in the early lobbies, there are a mix of skill levels. There might be some really sweaty matches at the start, which stood out most to me, which was how differently the matches play compared to last season's, and it actually felt better during this chapter. So basically, your aim in this chapter, in Battle Royale or whatever game mode you're playing to rank up, is that you need to do smart rotates, play smart and survive instead of brainlessly sprinting at every sound you're seeing. At more structured fights, more calculated pushes you should do, and when more players are playing for placement, that's because the system finally makes it worth doing. Because in my first game in the season, I dropped a pretty good kill record and then placed me into bronze, and that's exactly how the reset is designed to work. It's meant to force everyone to prove themselves again from scratch in order to make the tournaments more competitive and make it more harder for people. So this is why understanding the new rank system is really necessary in this season in order to rank up. So you need to get good placement no matter whatever you do. You need to stop dying off spawn whatever you do. And the players who get to Unreal aren't lucky, they're just the one who understands the system. They know the way it works. They learn how to adapt and play in a way that actually aligns of how the system works and how the rank progression actually works. So they don't just get off the game, and they play smartly. They know how it works, and that's what you should do too in order to get to Unreal. And in this season, the difference between climbing and getting stuck is kind of mental, because if you tilt or panic, rush fights or fall behind, you need to lock in mentally and approach these first 10 days with these first 7 days planning every match like it's part of a bigger goal. You will rank up faster this season than any previous season Fortnite had. So now that you fully understand the rank changes, we can move into something that's just as important. Now, this is where you decide which team mode you're gonna actually play. Now this matters more than people realize, because it's not like every player has the same strengths, weaknesses or playstyles, and choosing the wrong mode for your ability level can slow your rank. Because when I was playing squads with my friends, I saw that my rank was increasing so slowly. It was actually unbelievable. Now when I played by solos, that's when it actually increased by a lot. Like that's probably like the best. And solo is where most players are going to either speed through the ranks or get stuck endlessly, and that's because solo gives you the best progression based on kills, placement and individual performance. Thing is, it is harder than duos or trios, that is no question to ask, but difficulty is exactly why it is the best mode for you for ranking up, because for every mistake you make, no matter what, every rotation, every loadout decision, every fight, every engagement comes down to how well you play in every game in solos. Now if you make a mistake, and since there's no teammate for you to revive you or reboot you, there is no extra pair of eyes to call out a player hiding on a roof. Everything is on you. Like, you are independent in that match and you've got to do everything yourself. And that is why, because solo forces you to improve way much faster than any other gamer. And in this season in particular, learning solos is almost required because of the solo series tournaments coming up, as there's quite a lot coming up these weeks, and the tournaments are heavily rewarded. Players who can stay calm under pressure and can actually win games, or like 1v1s or 1v2s or so on. And you want to play solos to build up these skills for the solo series. And but like some of you guys aren't simply built for solos, at least maybe not right now in this part of the season. So if you struggle with pressure, or if you panic when someone pushes you, or you get W keyed by someone else, then duos would be the best mode for you to climb in, because this gives you so much support and layers of safety. Because if you are knocked, a teammate can revive you, reboot you in fights, and can calm you down in stressful moments. And if you do have a good duo, like a partner that can carry you like through bad situations, and if you are having hard times in the game and you need help, they might actually be able to clutch up and help you get more wins. And also duos does make you have a high chance to survive longer, which means you get more placement points and more opportunities for controlled fights, and you have a more smoother way to climb up in your ranking. But you do have to keep in mind that top 5% of duos placements are usually harder to get than solos, because in every duo you fight, it has to be coordinated. So you need to get a good chemistry and smart communications if you're going to climb up your rank quickly in duos. But for players who get nervous or overwhelmed, duos is also the best balance between good progression in the game, because if you finally find someone that loves chaos, never loves also W keying, playing with your friends, trios can also be a good way and fun way to grind ranked. But you do also need to understand what you are signing up for, because this trios can be unpredictable. Like, how I was gonna put it, you can dominate like one match, but then you could just get like dominated in like 20 seconds, and next you're fighting like stacked like people, bro, who's like insane at the game, and you're always probably going to deal with third parties constantly, and you're probably going to die maybe off spawn. But they do give you more chances to throw at those games, and because climbing the season rewards consistently so heavy, trios is simply not the efficient choice. So if your goal is trying to hit to Unreal in like 10-15 days, you can still rank up in trios. Don't get me wrong, it will take a lot, and I mean by quite a lot more matches, to rank up and get a higher skill for your whole team. But if your goal is like to play for fun, have friends, have fun with your friends, trios would be perfect. But if your goal is hitting Unreal for like tournaments, for solo tournaments, duos, trios, squads, but solos and duos would be the most reliable and efficient path, because that would be the most fastest, most quickest way for you to rank up and to be able to unlock those tournaments. And that's how you will climb up the fastest. Another thing you guys need to understand is what ranks are required for each tournament, because this is the part that most players overlook until it's already too late. For instance, I was going to play a duos cash cup, and the thing is, was I able to be able to do it and stuff, and all the boxes were ticked, except I forgot that it showed the rank that was needed, and I wasn't able to do it, sadly. And for all the victory cups and solo series cups, you need to at least be gold ranked, and this is where timing becomes extremely important. Just for instance, what happened in my case, there would be a lot of players, including me, that wait until the end of the tournament to try and grind their way into gold, but by that time the lobbies are way harder, the competition is sorted, and you have less room to make mistakes. So if you're not already gold, you're missing out on tournaments that could have easily boosted your competitive experience, made you have a possible chance to have earnings. This includes ranked reload or ranked battle royale, which both require gold at least. And missing these tournaments doesn't mean that you're just missing out on fun. You're missing out on practice and on lot of structured lobbies, placement opportunities, and most important, you making money in the actual game, which I'm sure that's one of the most important things you want to be doing if you're trying to play competitive. Now, climbing the last minute is always the worst choice you can make, because by then everyone is already sorted into tightly matched lobbies. The early season rank chaos is the best time to climb, because everyone is mixed together, bronze with plats, gold with diamonds, and so on. Now this makes every match more volatile in your favor. So if you actually take advantage of that window and hit Unreal early and spend the remaining days preparing, you're already ahead of 90% of the competition. Most players fail simply because they panic grind at the last minute or last like 3 days, stressing themselves out, rushing fights, throwing those easy games. So if you just play more safer and you played just like 6 or 7 days earlier, just don't be that player. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and comment down below what you guys think of the new rank system. And don't forget to use code AwesomeBab in the Fortnite item shop if you're buying the battle pass or anything else in the item shop. And once again, I just want to thank you guys for taking some time out of your day to watch my video. And yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next one.